it feels like what happened on Friday night is everyone putting on the earmuffs and bird box blinders of what Devin Booker said on Friday. And I'll play it for you guys in just a second. But Devin Booker, I feel like, had his first hintings of what would begin discussions of Devin Booker potentially ever wanting to leave Phoenix. I have to dance around what I'm trying to say there because I don't think Devin Booker is actually trying to leave Phoenix. But I do think this is his first time very gently holding the feet to the fire of ownership and the front office. So check us out.
In front of those fans that I just spoke about, it took a real Suns fan to be in there tonight and still cheer with pride. And, it's something I don't take lightly. They've always showed love to me. So, I pay the respects to the person. Either it was their first time or maybe their last time ever seeing me play.
I would love to know what some of you guys in the chat think of that quote from Devin Booker. Maybe it's just me being crazy. Chance in the chat this morning, Aaron, Michael, Ivan, appreciate you guys all being here as well. But what I saw from that was not a player that was just referencing a question. Devin Booker is way too calculated, smart, dialed in to what this Phoenix Suns rebuild or retool is going to look like. Devin Booker has made it very clear he does not want to be a part of a rebuild. And me being someone who tries to be pretty honest, pretty fair about what's going on in the Phoenix Suns organization, I think it's very, very clear what Devin Booker was saying last night. Or what Devin Booker was saying on Friday night for Fan Appreciation Night. And that is this. I'm here until I'm not. I'm not asking for a trade. I'm not whining to the media. But I just want you to understand whether you feel like you have to trade me or I finally come out and say I want to trade. This is how I feel. I don't think Devin Booker was just referencing the people that traveled from out of country to come and see him play. It's not impossible for those people to see him play again. And I'm not trying to blow smoke or make something out for more what it's needed to be. I think that this is mostly nothing, but it's not completely nothing. And I do think the conversation that has been around the Suns media or Suns fan base are from people super scared from losing Devin Booker as a Phoenix Sun for life. I do think this was Booker very gently and subtly poking at the Phoenix Suns, poking at Matt Ishbia, poking at the front office. So much so that I think this is where we talk about, potentially Matt Ishbia making the move of who the head coach should be, moving off of general managers. I think this is where the Phoenix Suns feel the feet to the fire just a little bit. I don't think that this is something that is ever going to lead him to be out of Phoenix. But I do think this is Devin Booker subtly sending a message. Anyone can be traded or want to be gone from their teams. What I don't like is acting like we're immune because Devin Booker just really loves it here. Because by golly, Devin Booker wants to be a Sun for life. I don't live in La La Land. I look at players who've been traded before from the regular teams. Anthony Davis, Luka Doncic. Jimmy Butler left the Chicago Bulls. Superstars do not stay with their team forever. Do I think it's likely Devin Booker finishes his career with the Phoenix Suns? Probably not. I think that is a little far-fetched because I look at Dwayne Wade and I'm like, that dude didn't stay with the same team forever. LeBron James didn't do that. I think it's far more rare you see a player do that than some people actually give it credit towards. Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, yes. But do I think Devin Booker could finish the last 2 years of his career somewhere else because the Suns are like, yeah, man, you're washed. We don't need you here anymore? Yeah, I do think that could be the case. But acting like this is nothing, I feel like is putting the bird box blinders on, putting the earmuffs on, hearing what you want to hear, seeing what you want to see, and not just seeing or hearing reality. If it was just answering the question, and that's what all NBA players did, I would believe you. But this is a league where we diagnose what people post on social media. Devin Booker could post an hourglass emoji on Twitter, and we'd all talk about it for an hour. So acting like we shouldn't deep dive into this, and Devin Booker doesn't know that we're going to deep dive into this, I think is a bit far-fetched and a little bit of la-la land and a little bit of, bird box blinders. So I think that's really dangerous to do. Not to take subtle shots and take them personally, even if they're not subtle shots. Just a constant reminder of, oh, that's right. This guy's one trade request away from being out of here. Take it seriously. So what does that mean? Where should you go with that? Easily. It's time to fire everyone. Show your star player that you are ready to make change and you're ready to try to make it as quickly as you can. I don't think that means you go and get a new star player. I don't think that means you're going to go make massive different developments of the roster. But go trade Kevin Durant, get the players around Devin Booker to help him succeed, and do the same thing with Bradley Beal. I mean, to a lesser extent, you just got to get this guy off this roster, but move off of him. Devin Booker clearly, I think, is sending a subtle message, and not taking those subtle messages seriously for a guy that I believe is allowed to do that is dangerous.